Hello and welcome to another episode. So today I'm going to discuss. I went to the Vancouver Car Show. It was actually last week. I've been meaning to do a video. I just haven't got around to doing it. And so, what really surprised me about the Vancouver Car Show this year was how much emphasis was put on electric vehicles, and it actually blew me away how many different companies actually had electric vehicles on display. And what I was lucky enough to go with some friends, and one of the people there, he's interested in electric vehicles, but doesn't know like tons about them. So it was really fun to spend some time with somebody that had some interest in it, and just to see, what works for them and what was he looking for that would work for him in an electric vehicle. So the thing that was really interesting, there was Tesla was there. As you know, I still think Tesla is one of the best EVs out there. They had a booth there and it was busy. You can see from these pictures that you almost couldn't tell what was there. There were so many people there. The other car that was there that I haven't actually seen in person or driven in is the new Jaguar I-Pace. And I have to say, in person, it's a really nice looking car. It's a great car. I know for somebody that, cares about Jaguar or is in that price range, and is looking for something that's different, that'd be a great car to have. And they just updated the charging speeds that it can now charge at 100 kilowatt. At 100 kilowatts now, which is great. The other car that I also haven't seen, there was a few that I haven't seen in person, was the e-Niro. I've seen the Kona, I've test driven the Kona. The e-Niro was there, and that was great to see, that they had it on display. I don't think I have a picture of the Soul, the new EV Soul, which is also a great car too. A little bit smaller than the Niro, and so Kona, Kia is coming out with some really cool electric cars. And then of course the Nissan Leaf, they had two Leafs there. They had the standard Leaf, or I should say the long range Leaf now, and they also had the performance model, which you can't get, you can only get it in Japan, but they had a souped up model of it on display, and you can see in the picture here, which looks kind of neat. Now, the other car that was there that I've never seen in person was the new Audi e-tron. And what was interesting at the Audi booth, you couldn't actually get into it, whereas the I-Pace you could. All the other cars you could actually sit in and play around and so on, except the e-tron, it was locked, which was interesting. Really nice looking car. From what I've heard about them, it's a little bit on the thirsty side. It's not the most efficient vehicle, and when you look at it, you can tell it looks very much like a traditional Audi, which is, I guess, what Audi was going for. And it's also, it looks like an Audi, and so it's not. It's a little bit. It's probably doesn't. I don't know the drag coefficient is on it, but I'm guessing it's not so good, which also makes it not efficient, especially at high speeds. It's known to be really inefficient and quite a heavy car as well. So that was really interesting. Now, the thing that was there was two really cool things that I saw at the show. Got there kind of in the evening, so they weren't having them while we were there, but they are giving test rides for EVs, and you could sign up and take them only during the day, which was really cool because I know once people get to drive them, most people would end up, choosing something like that. So that's really cool. And the other thing is I had a really interesting conversation. I kind of wish I had it on video now, and I might have to go back and interview him. I can't remember off the top of my head the company that he worked for, but he was an installer for ChargePoint. And in my other video, I showed some DC fast charging from a ChargePoint. Now, I had a really interesting conversation with him, and charging was one of the coolest things at the show. Also, BC Hydro, that does puts out charging stations, obviously provides the energy, the electricity for all the charging. Had a really interesting chat with them. They're expanding their infrastructure, and then ChargePoint just to see what they're doing, the different chargers that they're doing, what's possible. I was actually surprised that how much a level 3 charger costs, or I should say how little. He said fully installed, the level 3 charging station costs about $75,000. Now I say surprisingly little because I thought it was around the $100,000 to $150,000 range. So 75 is not actually that bad at all. And it sounds like they're doing definitely a lot of development with charging for buses, which is really cool to see. And that was really exciting. So all in all, I was super impressed with what I saw there. And it was going to be really interesting to see going forward with all the things showing up in the next little while. Really encouraging to see the push for electric vehicles, especially in BC, and really to see things going forward. This is really the start, and just to see how things are changing in the near future. So if you like this video, please like and subscribe, and there will be a lot more videos coming in the near future. So thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.